Alright, so for this week, you're going to create a special effect image. Now, by nature, every special effect is different, and there's no way to really kind of cover them broadly, like some sort of overarching, like this is how you do special effects. What you're going to find is that basically what you end up doing is you use a lot of filters and adjustments and selections and things like that in order to create like unique looks and interesting designs and things like that. But it's more through basically combining many processes that you're able to create like really interesting compositions. So I can't really cover this, and I can't just say, oh, do this one special effect, because there's a million things you could do. You could do lightning or stone or the rain. There's all sorts of things you can do, right? Make things look like they're liquid or on fire. I mean, the possibilities are endless. So as such, what you're going to do this week for the assignment is you're going to create one image, so it should be relatively easy, and it's just going to be a special effect, okay? So it can be whatever you like. It still needs to be 6x9 at 300 ppi, like any other one that we've done before. And it needs to be a special effect. So, I mean, you can take that as broadly as you want, but, things that you would think would be called special effects. So something like not a digital painting and not like text or anything like that, like a special effect. Now, when you do complete this, what you're going to do is you're just going to look on the internet and try to find some. You can find them on YouTube. You can just Google them. There's lots of resources out there, lots of free tutorials that you'll find, just a ton of them, okay? And so if there's something you want to be able to do, you'll probably find a tutorial on it. So you can either look broadly for Photoshop special effects or look for a very specific effect, and you'll probably find a way to complete that. Now, as well as that, what you need to do, so you need to create that image, the 6x9, 300 ppi image, and the other thing you need to do is share your special effect, okay? Like that's 25%. So basically if you do the project cover sheet and the special effect, that's 50% right there. So I know it's like a simple thing, but I just want you to make sure that you share it. And what I mean by sharing it is I want you to basically, in the project cover sheet, copy and paste maybe the URL to where you found that special effect tutorial that you use in order to create your work. It's kind of twofold. One, it lets me know where you got it, and so I can make sure that you followed something, you just didn't steal something. But more than that, actually, I can add it to a list. So I actually do have a list of special effect tutorials right here. So like some of these, like there's this YouTube channel. This one's pretty nice. These are basically interesting special effects. These are actually text-based ones, but I'll allow it. Just if you do these special effect tutorials too, please do not, if they give you the images to do them, don't do that. So like for instance, if you did the text effect tutorials, if it like says like, the glossy paper text or something is what they write for their text, write your name or something, something, or a company name or something like that. And maybe try to change it in some way so it's not just exactly what theirs is. And if you do a tutorial and it's how to create like, flames jutting out of people's hands and they give you the stuff, don't use theirs. Go get your own and do it to your own photos. You know what I mean? Don't just grab what they made, because then you're really not getting anything out of it. I want you to apply what you learned from them onto your own work, okay? So you can utilize these if you would like, or you can just look for them yourself. These were just ones that I thought that worked pretty good. Some of them I found on my own, or I just Googled it, and I was like, these ones look good, and so I put them in there. So you are allowed to use those if you would like. It's kind of up to you. Another thing that you might want to do, which I highly suggest, and that's actually what I did for this video tutorial, is to combine tutorials. So for instance, you could be like, oh, I want to do rain that's on fire. So look up a tutorial on how to make rain, and then make another tutorial on how to make fire, and then mash the two together. So in this one, I'll actually put the result right here so you can see it. But basically, you'll find a lot of tutorials on dissipation, which basically it just makes it look like the image is fluttering away. But I combined that with a rock, like making like a stone person tutorial. So it looks like they're kind of turning to stone and it's flaking off at the same time. So it's kind of, combined two. I highly suggest that just because that way you'll get more of a unique look, and it'll be, it'll be novel and it'll be yours. So you don't, I would suggest following this tutorial. It's kind of a fun tutorial, but it's not necessarily you have to. There's the materials I use in here, but you could just use your own photos if you want to. There's nothing, you don't have to use the ones that I'm using. I just include them there. So this is just a video tutorial. I figure I should do something, right? So this is just a video tutorial I created. It's only like 20 minutes, so it's not that big of a deal. And yeah, so that's what I want you to do. You're just going to make a special effect and then obviously post it, and then we'll all look at it. This is one of those assignments that actually can turn out really cool and can be like a portfolio piece. So if you do need to get images off the internet to some extent, I understand that, but make sure they're high quality, because but if you can use your own photos, that's obviously preferred, or somebody that you know or that you have rights to. That's better than grabbing random stuff off the internet. Not just because of quality, but also because everybody has it, so it's not as unique. Okay, so it'd be better if it was yours. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So just if you run into any issues or anything like that, let me know. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys create here. I think it'd be really cool. All right, so good luck.